hear me okay? Yeah. So today I'm going to be talking about how to sell without being a salesman. It's a bit of a strange title, but I'm going to explain to you what I mean by this throughout the presentation. So if someone can click the next button. Yeah. Okay, so first of all I decided to say why am I talking about this? What experience do I have in talking about how to sell without being a salesman? So a little bit of history about me. I came to Indonesia about 3 years ago. I've worked in sales and business development basically since I graduated from university. I never wanted to work in sales. That wasn't my objective ever while I was studying. But it was my hatred of sales that made me start working in sales. What I mean by this is that I hated traditional sales. I hated being bothered by cold callers, cold emails, those people in the shop in like Metro, Matahari that won't leave you alone all the time. And I basically wanted to change how people sell. And I finally found a formula, which is something that I do and I'm trying to help Bintang and Ricky to do as well. So what I want to say is basically old school sales, which is what I hate, is all about the money, and new sales, modern sales, is all about building the relationship. And it's all about the client wants to know how much you care before they care whether they want to actually invest their money in you. So when people think salesmen or saleswomen, what do they think of? Like I said, they think of the annoying women in Matahari or Metro that follow you around the store for hours and hours. You know, you go in to buy a pair of jeans and they just try and get you to buy anything. Then when you decide you want to buy it, they take it off you and put it behind the desk and give you like a little sheet of paper. Or car salesmen, renowned for being dishonest and lying. And obviously you're estate agents. I'm currently trying to buy a house right now and constantly getting WhatsApps every day. You want to buy this house, you want to buy this house, you want to buy this house. It's like, no, why do I want to buy a house in Surabaya or something? I live in Jakarta. Okay, so next slide. So inbound marketing, I'm sure you all know this, but it goes for sales. So traditional sales is the same as this: cold calling, cold emails, door-to-door sales, everything that people hate. You know, people don't like to pick up the phone anymore. They don't reply to your emails unless you know them already. Inbound sales is all about the customer, making the customer feel comfortable, making the customer trust you, and actually, rather than seeing you as a salesman, seeing you as a friend and someone that's going to advise them. Next. Okay. In the past, traditional sales was just about that one sale. It was about getting the money in and you don't care what happens afterwards. These days, it's all about how we can get a client and then keep them here. Yeah? We'd rather have a client with an average budget that is here for years and years, rather than one quite big budget, but as soon as the campaign's over, they go away. So there's a few things that I want to say. Is instead of a salesperson, you're a relationship manager. So instead of just throwing products and services down the client's throat, you're advising. You know, if they come to you and say, hey, I need more traffic to my website, you're saying, rather than just saying, okay, I'm going to give you an SEO package or something like that, you're saying why you're going to do this, how it's going to help them in the end, you know? So there's a few things I'm going to talk you through, and it's about knowing your prospect, so knowing who you're speaking to, being honest with them. So no lying, no saying, yeah, we can do that, it's fine. Never being afraid to say no. It sounds counterintuitive to go into a sales meeting and someone asks you a question and say, actually I don't know the answer to that question. But it's better to say that than to, say, yeah, we can do it, it's no problem. And then once you start the campaign, they start complaining, you told me you could do this. And finally, being a friend. So making sure that you maintain this relationship. In the future, not only will they come back to your company if they need any more services, but they also refer their acquaintances. The thing about referrals is it's the easiest kind of sale. Yeah? They already trust you from their friends or acquaintances. They know exactly what you offer. They know how much it's going to cost them. And it's so much easier than going to someone new, having to introduce yourself. Having that referral helps massively. Okay, next slide. So firstly, what I want to talk about is knowing your customer. So, firstly, you got to do research. You got to know what industry they're in, what they want, what they need, what are common problems in their industry. But not only what they want. So we get people coming to us and saying, I want social media management. That's fine, I can give you social media management, but why do you want it? And then they'll say, oh, I want to increase sales. Like, well, that's not really the best way to do it, you know. And this is how you can actually do it through a different means. You might necessarily not get as much money from the deal, but then they gain that trust. They see that you're not just seeing them as a pile of money. You're not after their money. You're after kind of helping their business. So what we do is we create SMART goals. So they got to be specific, so knowing exactly what they want, why they want it. You've got to be able to measure it. You've got to make sure it's attainable. You know, when you first start in sales, sometimes you just want to say, yeah, we can do it, we can get that target. But sometimes you've got to say, no, your target is insane. You have no idea how this works. It doesn't work like that. You're not going to reach that target in 2 months. Yeah. It's got to be relevant. It's got to be relevant to them. Make sure they actually need it, and obviously time-based. So in what time period they need it. Okay, next. Okay, so this is a good quote for salespeople, business development. So by failing to prepare, you prepare to fail. So basically all it means is you got to know your prospects. You got to know how to talk to them. You got to know what they need, what they want, and why they need it. If you don't do that, you'll never close a deal in your life. Next. Okay. This is where I feel that sometimes my opinion differs with a lot of people's opinion, especially in Indonesia, and it's to do with activities such as cold calling, cold emailing. I personally think they're a waste of time. I don't do them. I refuse to do cold calling because it doesn't work. It takes an average of 8 cold call attempts to reach a prospect. How much time could you be spent actually, researching the prospect, finding out where they are, rather than calling them, find out their LinkedIn, what things they're interested in. It's so much easier to see on LinkedIn now their interests. If they've posted a post recently or an article, you can then message them and mention that. You don't need to just call up out of the blue. People don't like it anymore, and it's just a waste of time. The amount of people that waste their time cold calling, sending hundreds of emails every day, and not actually doing any work. You waste 3 hours a day cold calling, you've wasted 3 hours. You might get 2 people that pick up the phone and actually want to talk to you. The majority have no interest at all. In terms of cold call, it's not necessarily someone you don't know. That's not always a cold call. A normal sales call can be someone you don't know, but you've been referred to, or someone that has a need for it. So that's not classed as a cold call. What I mean by cold call is literally you've bought a database online and you decide to call 1,000 people in 3 days, and it just doesn't work. Okay, next. Yeah, and just to prove this point, 90% of C-level executives never respond to cold calls or emails. So what's the point in wasting your time doing them? Okay, next. Okay. If you're a salesperson or a business development person, you are the first person that the client or the prospect will see. The image, the picture you give to that person is the image they have of the company. You turn up into a banking company wearing shorts and t-shirt, you'll get laughed out of the place. You turn up to a startup in full suit and tie, and they'll laugh you out of the place as well. You got to know who you're talking to and what kind of people they expect to deal with. A startup doesn't want to deal with some pompous, overly smart guy with slicked back hair with a posh accent. They want to speak to someone that's down to earth, that knows how to have fun, and has enthusiasm. Yeah. Whereas a finance company normally just caring about the numbers and making sure you look smart. So yeah, always dressing to be the person you're going to see, if that makes sense. Okay, next. Okay, people buy the person, not the product. Thousands of times companies buy inferior products just because the salesperson they were dealing with was a great salesperson. Yeah, you gotta have the enthusiasm. You gotta know you gotta have your knowledge about the product. You've got to know what you're talking about, but you've got to come across as someone that has enthusiasm, really loves your product, and loves your service. The reason people purchase services from InboundID is because of us, because of the sales team. Yeah, we have great services, we have great teams, but we're the first people that people meet in the company. And this is who, if they don't trust us or they don't like us, then they'll never buy anything. Next. All right. Next is leads. So I don't know if many of you know how sales work, but basically you have something called a sales pipeline. So first of all, you have your lead in. So this can be just an email address or a phone number of someone you know. Next, it moves to lead qualified. So when you've spoken to them, you kind of know what they want, what kind of budget they have. Then needs analysis, so finding out what they actually want. Proposal creation, actually making the proposal, presenting the proposal, and then contract negotiations. I've seen hundreds of sales pipelines in my life, and they have a 1% conversion rate, and they have 250 deals in the pipeline. What's the point? Yeah? You may as well have 50 or 30 deals in your pipeline, but make sure they're deals, they're leads, that you know they have an interest, you know they have the budget, you know they want to work with you, and yeah, like here I say, what's the point in sitting in traffic, especially in Jakarta? It's a massive issue in Jakarta, not so much in Europe, but in Jakarta it's crazy. Traveling all the way to North Jakarta for 3 hours, and you meet a guy and he says he wants to spend 2 million on an AdWords campaign. Yeah, it's pointless. There's no point in us doing that. What we've got to do is qualify, make sure the people we're meeting are the right people. We're meeting the people that have the authority to make decisions, and not wasting any more of our time. Okay, next. Okay, another thing is selling the solution. Okay, don't sell your service. So don't say, yeah, I'll give you a great SEO package. Sell it as, I can help you increase your traffic through an SEO package. Like this quote says, which is quite good. People don't want to buy quarter-inch drills, they want quarter-inch holes. They don't want your service, they want you to correct the problems they have. Yeah. Give them the solution. If you're trying to sell someone a service and they don't need it, they know they don't need it, they'll never buy. There's no point in trying to push on a service when they don't want it or they don't need it. Okay? Yes. Okay. Don't pressure. Alright. This is, sometimes it's an issue, because a little bit of pressure does help people to make that decision. But if you start to seem desperate, if you're calling them every day for updates, emailing them every day for updates, they get bored of you, they get tired of you, They think, oh, this guy, he must be crap. He must never have made a sale in his life, that's why he's so desperate to get this sale. And they'll just move somewhere else. You gotta seem like, yeah, this is a big deal to you, but your life doesn't depend on it, yeah? Let them take their time. People are spending a lot of money, especially if we're working with startups, companies with not a lot of money to kind of spare, and we're asking for a massive chunk of that. Give them the time to think about it, give them the time to talk to their acquaintances. If they need any advice, let them find that advice if they want to find it elsewhere. So don't pressure them, take your time. And like I said, it can be annoying, waiting for weeks and weeks. Me and Bintang know this quite well. We've waited for some of our clients for a long time. So yeah, just give them time, make them feel at ease, make them relax, and you'll find your results actually improve by a lot. Next. Yeah, and this is just when you're waiting for the customer to finally make a decision. It can seem like it takes forever, and sometimes you've got to know when to just throw it away. Sometimes you've got to know when to follow up, and sometimes you've got to know, yeah, they're not coming back. Okay, next. Okay, sales do not happen overnight. I'm actually going to tell a little story about Ricky right here. So we went to a meeting yesterday with a prospect, and he asked me, should we take the contract over for them to sign right there and then? Or the quotation to sign right there and then. This is the second meeting, okay? Sales generally do not happen on a second meeting or the same meeting as a proposal, There's C-level boards, CEOs, COOs that need to talk about it, finance teams need to talk about it. Normally we're not the only agency that is proposing, so they've got to weigh up all the different proposals. So don't expect to do a proposal and then sign it right there and right then. You're going to have to talk to them more, you're going to have to meet with them more, and that doesn't mean pressure them. I don't mean constantly trying to call them, but making sure that you don't get disheartened if they don't sign on the first day after you've met them. Okay. And this is quite a good one. 80% of sales are made on the 5th to 12th contact. It takes a long time, sales. It's not an instantaneous process. Yeah, it can get quite disheartening when it's taken so long, but once you start getting those good results, it gets quite exciting. Next. Okay, be honest. So, my issue when I first started sales in total was I always thought it was a bad thing to say no or to say I don't know. The worst is I don't know, okay? The feeling that it gives you when someone asks you a question and you literally don't know the answer, you start sweating, you get red, your palms get all sweaty because you're trying to think of the answer, and you have no idea. It's a very technical question that, business development guys, we have to know a lot of information, basically what everyone in this company does. And we can't know to the exact details what you do and how you do it, okay? So literally just saying, I don't know, but I'll follow up with the content team and I'll let you know later today, is better than saying, yeah, we can do it, and then having to call them up a week later, actually, yeah, we can't do it anymore. Because then they see, yeah, this guy is just having me on, he's trying to get a sale, he doesn't care about me, he doesn't care about my company, okay? And as well saying no. So being able to say actually, no, we don't do that, it's not something we do, or no, we can't reach your target, which is quite a difficult thing to say. You get these companies that come to you and they have massive targets, and it's like, yeah, I want, 1 million people to come to my website within the next 2 months. And it's like, yeah, come on, it's not gonna happen. Yeah. So sometimes you gotta say, no, you can't do this, there's no way you can do this, let's try and reach somewhere in the middle that you can do, that we can do. Next. Okay, maintaining the relationship. So, this is the thing about modern sales I was talking about before. It's all about the relationship. It's all about not only making the sale, not only getting the money from the client, but also how you maintain it, how you get the full lifetime from the client. So we don't want 1 year, we want 3 years, we want 5 years, we want 10 years, okay? The digital industry is small in Jakarta. You know, everyone knows everyone. I know pretty much at least 2 people at every agency in the whole of the city. So there's always people to talk to, there's always people to network with, and there's always people that can refer you, and then you can refer people to them. It's all about being a nice person and advising, not pressurizing, and in the end it will help you get more clients and make more sales. Like I said, referrals are the easiest kind of sales to make. Okay? Okay. Seeing the prospect as a person, not money. So when you go to a meeting, you don't think, if I sell them all these services, I can get a great bonus. You know, the company can make loads of money. It's seeing the person. Don't see them as something to just take their money. Okay? Give them what they need, not what you want to give them. Okay? Yeah, it's great if we can sell, you know, 1 billion rupiah per month worth of, you know, services, but it's not realistic for most companies. They don't need it, and people can see through it. People know when you're trying to get money out of them. People know when you're trying to take advantage of them, and it makes you look dishonest and like a money grabber, basically. Okay, next. Okay, be human. Never be afraid to talk about failures. Okay? Never. You know, we get questions a lot. You know, have you had any campaigns that haven't achieved their targets? You know, we have, and never be afraid to say, yeah, we've had a few. Always give the reason. Don't just say, yeah, we have loads. You know, they didn't work out right, but you know, give reasons as to why they didn't work out. But don't be afraid. Never. If you say, yes, we've never had a single one that's not reached the target, people see through it. They don't trust you. So yeah, don't brag. Don't be, you know, I'm the best salesman in the world. You know, if you sign with me, it's going to be, you know, the best experience of your life. Don't be afraid to say, yeah, we failed, but we've learned from it in this way. Okay. Next. Okay. Knowing your client. So it kind of relates to the bit I was talking about before, about doing your research and dressing the part, but also about knowing what language your client speaks. Okay, and I don't mean English or Bahasa Indonesia, I mean in technical terms. Okay, I've met thousands of digital managers for companies, and they have no idea about digital. It's a strange thing. You'd assume that they have some idea, but traditional marketing or traditional sales used to try and make you confused, because it used to they thought that it made people go, wow, this guy's great, he knows everything, I'm gonna give him all my money. But now the way it works is, if they don't understand what you're talking about, they switch off and they don't listen to anything you're saying, okay? So you've got to, you know, if they are technically knowledgeable, fair enough, go in with all the technical details. But if they're not, don't try and confuse them, talk to them in their language, because then they'll trust you more. Okay, next. Okay, don't stress out when you lose a proposal. Everyone in the business development team has lost proposals multiple times. The thing to do is never to get down about it. Always get feedback and always learn. If you go to the next slide, there's a nice quote about, so there is only one thing more painful than learning from experience, and that is not learning from experience. Every lost proposal, every lost sales pitch is an opportunity to learn something new, okay? In sales, the industry is constantly changing. Certain things are becoming more popular, people are meeting in different ways, so you have to learn, you've got to change your pitch and change the way you talk. You know, before you meet a banking client, you know, you have no idea what to do. After that first meeting, if it didn't go very well, you know how banking people work, you know how they talk, you know what not to say, you know what to say. So you've got to make sure that you learn at every single opportunity. Okay, so in conclusion, you are not a salesman, you are a relationship manager. Not only, obviously you are trying to sell, but you're trying to maintain a relationship, so maintain the relationship. So not only do we get a sale, we get the full value from multiple year campaigns, and we keep that relationship up. If they're happy with the person they're talking to, they're happy with you, then they'll be happy with the company, okay? And sell like you'd want to be sold to. So if you don't like cold calling, why would you do it? If you don't like people emailing you at all times of day, why would you do it? If you don't like people WhatsApping you all the time, asking you to buy houses, why would you do it? You know, if you don't like people following you around in the shop, asking you to buy something, why would you do it? It doesn't work. It's all about making the customer happy, and once they're happy, once they trust you, then you can move on to, okay, this is our service, this is what we advise you to do, this is the price of it, what's your opinion, okay? Okay, next. Okay, sales can be stressful, but you just got to deal with it and not let it kind of get you down too much. Okay, and that's the end of my presentation. Are there any questions about sales? Okay.
One thing that I learned living at Salesman, I mean, not only we as a salesperson learning about the clients, but also the clients are learning about us. Especially our personas, right?
Yeah.
And then, what is your tips to build our personas so people can easily recognize us, as well as when they talk to us, they can trust us?
In terms of building trust, it's all about how you walk. I think it's all about how you walk into a room.
Okay.
So don't have your head down, look them in the eye, introduce yourself properly, talk clearly, don't be dressed, remember, like I said, dress for the setting that you're in, and basically having a smile on your face. A smile on your face is your greatest weapon, basically.
But I'm more interested into your tips for digital personas.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because people, most of the time when I met with digital clients, right? People, I even met them, they always look at my LinkedIn, my Twitter profile and stuff like that. Do you have any practical tips for us to build those digital personas?
In terms of LinkedIn and things like that?
LinkedIn and
I think it's great to kind of, on LinkedIn, to share kind of information, sharing things about things you're interested in, sharing articles, things like that. So people know that you have an interest in what you're actually trying to sell.
Okay.
If your LinkedIn or your Facebook or Instagram is nothing to do with your job, then people are just like, he's an average sales guy who just wants to make some money. If you actually post things about digital trends in 2017, that kind of thing, people know that actually this guy is interested in it, he knows what he's doing, he knows what he's talking about, and he's the kind of guy I want to work with. Any more questions?